Hello everyone, my name is Tom Swallow and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, in today's video, I really want to talk to you about Bitcoin, about some of hopium scenarios and what a lot of people are starting to talk about. And then I want to offer my take on it and to slow you guys down. If you're really hopeful of a huge mega reversal right now, then I really want to put something out there for you to consider, because there are a lot of things to consider at this point. And yeah, so if you are brand new to the channel and you want to stay updated to what's going on in the crypto industry and you want it in simple layman terms, then please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because you must be notified when I make a new upload so that you don't miss a single one and you watch them as soon as they come out and you watch them from the beginning and until the end, so you get the most out of it, because each single moment and minute of these videos are super important. And remember that down in the description of this video there is a link to my free Telegram channel, a huge trading community with a bunch of cool traders. So if you want to join it, it's free. Go and join it right now. And oftentimes I post there much faster than on YouTube, simply because it's easier to text than to make a separate video. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. And guys and girls, if you're joining in from anywhere in the world, please hit that like button, and I would appreciate if you would share this video with as many friends and family members as you could. Below the video you'll find a share button and you can share it on different social media platforms if you feel like doing it. That would help out the channel tremendously, and thank you in advance if you will actually take the time out of your day to do it. Would be very much appreciated. So let's talk first about the big things and then get to the chart, and I'll tell you what I'm expecting from Bitcoin right now, and then you can let me know in the comments whether you agree with me or not. So first things first, let's take a look at a very important thing on Crypto Quant. And what we are the most interested in right now is the estimated leverage ratio. So how leveraged is the current market, the crypto in general? And we are seeing leverage to go down. We're seeing leverage going down. That's very good, because we really want to see that, especially the DeFi sector, to deleverage. So reduce the amount of leverage so that we can actually move freely, because when it's so contagious in terms of leverage, we have to flush it all down the toilet. And in my opinion, again, for a bullish scenario, we're definitely seeing some effect, so it's going down, but it's not as low as I would want it to see at this point. So I'm thinking that in terms of this, more liquidations are coming, therefore more potential downside. But let's talk about some good stuff and then we'll get to the charts. And this being number one, that Celsius recovery plan proposed. So basically, they are having a very interesting thought, and there is a huge plan coming out right now that they are trying to come along with and actually execute to revive Celsius and not let it liquidate. So Celsius-led investor, blah, 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 and its co-founder, Simon Dixon, have offered to assist the network by deploying similar financial innovation used back in 2016, which was huge, by the way, to save cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex from liquidation. And used the same kind of a method that they used in 2016 and use it now on Celsius. So if you want, you can go to Cointelegraph and check out this whole article. I'll just put it in simple layman terms, that whether, because I studied this a little bit, and for that reason, subscribe and like the video and call me Mr. Spot On down in the comments, because I always keep you guys updated. And also tell me in the comments, by the way, I really am interested in your opinion right now, because we always want to study that market sentiment. Are you bullish on Bitcoin right now or bearish? Do you think the bottom is in or not? Let me know. And so there is a huge technical solution that they have. And to be honest, just to keep it very simple in this video, I've gone through it and I have big questions about it, to be honest, but it certainly is a better solution than no solution. So this could be some kind of a short-term relief for, you know, the whole terrible narrative that we're currently seeing in the markets. Now let's move to the best, you know, the biggest hopium scenario, and that is Bitcoin will whipsaw traders to $100,000 this year, says Blockstream CEO Adam Back. Adam Back is a cool guy. I definitely respect him for his achievements, but what he's putting forward here, and this is, you can find it on dailyhodl.com, and you can check the whole article. So basically what he is proposing is, again, I'm not saying that he is saying some bullshit. So I'm not saying that it's impossible. What I will say in this video, and we're gonna get into the charts in just a second, so stick around. I know my videos are long, but they're jam-packed with useful information. So the thing here is that his outline currently for this kind of a hopium scenario is very, very optimistic. So let's read it. Everyone has their pet macro views, for sure. I mean, everybody has their own views. And his guess is that the stock market, this most important part, plus US election season, which always brings a lot of volatility to the markets, a lot. Moral hazard kicks up, quantitative easing, and this is the big question that I have. Quantitative easing wraps up again, rates drop again, money printer goes into overdrive. So what he's saying is that we're going to see monetary easing closer to the end of the year, so that the Fed is going to reduce the increase of the interest rates. They're going to beat the inflation, and then, you know, obviously they're going to turn on their money printer once again to stimulate the economy, as usual, as what they love to do. But really, guys and girls, the big question is, are they really gonna do it so fast? With this inflation, just CPI numbers coming out just recently and showing us how bad everything is. And by the way, quick update on what we are looking for very soon, and not this one. And not this one, I think that this one, what we are looking for, yes, here we go, on June 30th. And this is going to be very important. It's going to be personal consumption's expenditures price index is going to release the data on inflation. And this inflation number is going to have even more weight than CPI, which we've looked previously at and used for our short trade on Bitcoin, a beautiful trade. And so that's why, you know, stay tuned for all the awesome trades. And we're going to get to some setups in just a second. So we're going to be looking for these numbers and see what's going to be the result currently. Because if this is going to turn out to be really bad, which it might and probably will, then Fed is not going to be going into monetary easing or, you know, reduction of interest rates anytime soon, and probably not this year. So therefore, you know, these kinds of claims are, in my opinion, at this point, potentially too optimistic, even though me being a Bitcoin bull, unfortunately, that's the case. So for me, certainly I would agree with this, and I would certainly look out to, let's get to the chart now, I would certainly be happy to long Bitcoin, to long the shit out of Bitcoin right now, but I will not be placing any huge bets. I'll certainly place some small trades here and there, and probably more short biased than long biased. I'm going to certainly keep you updated, and I'm going to take a look at the chart just in a second, but I will not be placing huge bets until we are certain that the inflation is going down and that the Fed is about to start quantitative easing. So, and that's, once again, until the end of the year, very questionable, possible, but very unlikely. And next year, maybe. So that's the moment when we're going to be, which we're going to be waiting for. So let's quickly take a look at the chart, what we are seeing right now, to understand where we are at. And we were just rejected from $20,000 basically. So this was, we went all the way down to 17,500, and now we just went back up. And the thing is that a lot of people are currently screaming long Bitcoin. They're trying to catch this falling knife, and certainly, and we're gonna get to these kinds of projections in just a second, anything is possible, guys and girls, but it's all about probabilities and calculating your probabilities properly, using proper statistics, and not going against what just doesn't make sense to go against, even if it's possible with a small likelihood to make money. So, and remember, guys and girls, quick Bybit shill. If you want to be trading actively, then look no further than Bybit or BitGet. And with my exclusive links, which you can find down in the description or in the pinned comment, you can get up to $9,100 in free bonuses on top of your initial deposit, $4,100 with Bybit, which I'm personally using, and $5,000 of initial trading deposit bonus with BitGet, which I'm also personally using. And I enjoy both of these platforms, so go ahead and check those out if you want to be trading actively yourself. So, okay, quickly about the current situation. For that, we need to, number one, what I want to mention is the BBWP, so the volatility. Right now, we're going into the extremes, just like we saw precisely right here. And when we saw this kind of a huge sell-off, a lot of people were being so bullish in this area and they were longing Bitcoin. But look what happened. It was consolidation. And so my bet currently is that in the best case scenario, again, as I said before, we might have some kind of a side move-ish activity here, which will be quite difficult to trade with swing trades. It's going to be much easier for day trades and scalp trades, which I'm going to keep you updated if I'm going to take any one of these trades. And I usually update you guys in the Telegram channel, so join it right now if you don't want to miss my awesome trades. So right now, if we're going to see this kind of relaxation in the volatility index, in the volatility indicator right here, then it's going to be some kind of a side move-ish activity. So I wouldn't be expecting too much from it from the standpoint of the BBWP. Now, when it comes to the volume, and this is also very important to take a look. Now, when we are saying, seeing some kind of a breakout, we really want to see some volume. And definitely we saw a lot of volume here from this sell, this huge sell that came in, a huge amount of selling pressure. But now, when we are seeing this kind of small relief, the volume is actually going down. And I mean, of course, it can spike up, it can go a little bit higher. But the question is, how high is this? How can you time this? How can you enter it? How can you calculate a take profit for this? So it's, for me, I would try to stay away from big long trades. If you want to take some small short trades, Small long trades over on BitGet or over on Bybit, that's absolutely fine. I mean, some scalp trading is awesome, and you can use just technical analysis for it, by the way. And if you want to become one of my students and learn how to do it all properly, you can go to tomskralov.com and join my 5 months long certified and accredited trading learning programs. But as for me, right now, if we're looking at this slope, again, just technical analysis, we are currently hovering above a very important level, which is a previous all-time high, by the way, which is 19,600 something. And right now we are being rejected currently from this slope right here, which led us, there was a nice squeeze here, we broke down, we got rejected from it here, and now we're getting rejected from it once again. And the thing is that currently we have a little bit of volume coming in, even though volume is going down. So I'm seeing a potential to go up and maybe retest this level right here, which is about 22,600. This, even if I would consider putting in a long trade, this would be like I would use a super short stop loss, and I wouldn't expect more than that number. And of course, I have to mention that a very important moving average coming in is gonna potentially turn the price as well or slow it down, is the 4-hour 50 moving average right here, which is coming in hot at about 21,500. So that's also gonna pose some threat. But let's discuss the best case scenario ever, and then I'm gonna get to what kind of trades, swing trades, am I personally looking out for, and if I'm gonna, ignore the volume, which we cannot really ignore it. But let's say we ignore the moving average and we ignore the volume. In that instance, with just pure technicals, our main potential resistance is going to come in at right here, this purple one, which used to be a very important support for us from the daily chart, and this is going to be our ultimate target. And I'm going to tell you about my setup in just a second. So if we're going to see this kind of relief rally, there is also a CME gap somewhere in this area. I don't really believe in this concept of gaps being always filled, but nonetheless there is a CME gap in this region, and I think that $26,000 in the best, absolute, most amazing, this kind of a small relief rally and some kind of a bull trap, so to speak. So that's why I think I should call this video a bull trap. So this is the best case scenario if we're gonna see this kind of a retracement, and then again, it's not gonna be a turn, it's not gonna be us entering into the bull market. No, absolutely not. And this is going to be the area, now we're getting to the most important part. If we're going to see this kind of a relief rally, and this relief rally would constitute another 25% gain in Bitcoin, which right now with everything happening, I don't really see it happening. But if it does, I'm certainly going to be super huge on shorting Bitcoin from this area right here. I'm going to find the best structure with the best risk and money management to short Bitcoin from this area right here. And I would definitely be on a lookout for, even if it goes a bit higher to bit 24, 22K, I'll be looking for a place to short it. Because as I've mentioned before, and let's go to the bigger chart, I'm gonna once again remind you of my, expectation. Oh no, not this one, sorry, let's go back. So my real prognosis at this point, my forecast, is that we're gonna bottom out at least in the area between 14 and 20K, and the worst case scenario 10 to 14 in this area right here. So two possibilities where I'm gonna be loading up the backs like crazy for a long-term perspective. So in this instance right now, and of course it's a lot of people are gonna say, Thomas, but we have so much volume coming in, it's absolutely ridiculous, this is capitulation, etc. And the answer is yes. But guys and girls, as I told you so many times before, while the money printer is off, you can forget about shit like this. Stay smart, stay rich. All the links are down in the pinned comment or in the description. Enjoy, support the channel. Thank you very much in advance, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.